you're also to blame, and you have to also look internally and see what you need to change in yourself so you become a better person in the future. Hey guys, how you doing? I hope you're doing great and in the best of health. As you can see from the title above, I strongly needed to make this video and kind of wrap things up for myself and for you guys as well. I strongly believe that most of us, if not all of us, have been through it this year. We have gone through things that have been trying, and your fight is obviously not my fight, but I strongly believe that there has been times where we have been like, oh my god, I don't see myself moving past this. Personally, I've had times where I've been like, will I ever be the same? Like, there has been moments where it was just breaking moments, like you're literally just broken and you don't ever see the pieces coming back together. But that's the beauty of life. The pieces might or will never come back together the way they were. Whatever you experience, it changes you. It really changes you. It changes your mindset. It changes everything. But it is standing up and saying, you know what? I'm looking at it as lessons and I'm moving on with the lessons, and I'm leaving all the bad behind and just, trying to strive to be a better person, trying to strive to avoid the same mistakes. Yeah, I am closing the chapter to every single thing that has happened to me. I'm going with the lessons, and I will obviously talk to you guys about the lessons that I've learned, about the things that I've learned this year, but hopefully in a better mind space and in a positive way, because consciously and subconsciously this year has affected my brain negatively for the most part. But I'm really fighting it, and I do believe there is a positive side in everything, and everything has a reason, and everything is, relationships, marriage, whatever it is you're going through, it's for a reason, it's for a season, it's for a lifetime, it's for a lesson, whatever it is good for you. It makes you who you are, regardless of whether you go back to be the same person you were or not. And that can't all be a bad thing. Okay, for you guys who don't know, I went through a separation and a divorce this year. And I told you guys in my life update video that I was going to tell you and show you, I was going to tell you when I'm officially divorced, because when I uploaded my life update, I wasn't officially divorced. But now I am officially divorced. I've been officially divorced for the past 2 months. And I did record a video telling you guys that, but it was such a vulnerable video, which I didn't really want you guys to see at the time. I was just going through it. But I'm going to show you a little clip so you know what I was going through and understand why I didn't upload it, because it was just a lot. Okay? Yeah, this is a video for anyone who's grieving over anything, for anyone who's going through it. And I'm just here to tell you that you're not alone. You are seriously not alone. So I got my divorce certificate. I obviously got my divorce months ago, but I finally got my divorce certificate, and everyone's been asking me, how do you feel about that? You must be so relieved because you waited for it for so long and you fought for it for so long. And it wasn't an easy process. It really, really wasn't an easy process at all. I never thought at this point of my life I'd be dealing with these kind of stuff. I swear, and it's really not easy. It's not. And I constantly have to be super strong and pretend to be happy and pretend to like everything is okay, but nothing is. Nothing is. Most of the time I really just want to cry and I want to tell someone I'm not as happy as you think I am right now. Like, you know how, and I get triggered by literally everything. Everything triggers me. Everything. Oh man. Everything triggers me. And people expect me to be happy right now and just okay, but I'm not okay. Oh, child. Okay. Happy about what exactly? Yeah? There's nothing. Okay, alhamdulillah, there's a lot of good things happening in the world right now or whatever, but I don't have anything to make me happy, and having my divorce certificate finally doesn't make me happy. It just means that that chapter right now is fully closed, and that should make me happy, I think. But it also just means that my marriage failed. There's nothing happy about that. Absolutely nothing. If there's anything I want to tell you, if there's anything I need you to get from this video, is that if you're going through anything, and I mean anything, negative, bad, that's making you sad, devastated, depressed, just know that we're gonna be okay. We have to believe that we're gonna be okay, because if we don't, it's like, what will we believe in, you know? And we need that faith in our hearts to move on and move forward and keep pushing, all of that good stuff. Yes, that is what I was going through around that time. And so I didn't feel safe and okay to upload it, but I really did want to, but I just couldn't because I was not okay. And right now, you seeing it, regardless of what you're gonna say, it's not really gonna hurt me or upset me or make me feel like I'm in the same place. Yes, I am still healing. Like, I have a long ass way to go, because that relationship did break me. It did break me some ways or another, but obviously I'm going to pick my pieces up and create something else, something beautiful. I have already started picking up the pieces as we speak. So yeah, and there was a lot of red flags that I obviously just ignored and walked past and I didn't care about. I fell for the facade of the person I thought that person was. And sometimes I do beat myself up. I do beat myself up for allowing myself to go through that, for allowing myself to believing that, for all of that. But it's part of the journey and it's part of the healing process to learn to forgive myself, to say, you know what, you had no idea and it's all okay. You did see the red flags, you did ignore them, but maybe you just didn't really think it was as bad until you were in it and until you saw it, like, wow, you know, firsthand. So it's okay. It's okay to forgive yourself. It's okay to move on. It wasn't your fault. It wasn't anyone's fault, to be honest. Sometimes we beat ourselves too much, and you don't have to beat yourself up for the things you allowed yourself to go through, because if you knew they were going to break you, you wouldn't have allowed yourself to go through them, and that's just a fact. The reason why we don't leave such situations is because we just feel stuck. I don't know why those toxic situations make you feel stuck and make you feel like there's nowhere else to go. I have no idea. And I believe I'm not the only one. Like, most of the people who have gone through toxic situations with family members, with friends, with whoever's, like, it's always as if you can't move away from that, and you actually can, but you just feel stuck. And then later on you beat yourself up for not moving on and moving away sooner. But it is what it is. It really is what it is. Just never ignore the red flags, to be honest. That's one thing I would tell myself, and I'm telling myself moving forward. Never ignore the red flags. Even if it's a friend or whoever, even if it's someone who's selling you something and they seem dodgy some way or another, don't ignore that. Don't ignore that. Always trust your instinct. Always trust your intuition, because there's always that gut feeling and we ignore it for some reason. But your gut is always right. It really is always right. In toxic situations, the people, the friends or whoever's or parents or family members or spouses will always try to gaslight you. They'll always be like, I'm sorry, but you pushed my buttons. I'm sorry, but you made me react like that. It's as if they're actually not sorry because it's your fault they acted the way they acted. But it's like, I don't know why these situations always make us seem crazy. You're always going to need closure and you're always going to have questions. But as I was telling you, up until recently, I realized that I did get my closure. Like, you don't have to have the closure after the relationship or marriage or whatever ends. I had the closure in the union in itself. The anger, the frustrations, the drama, the tears, the sadness, the heartache, the depressing moments, the crying myself to sleep, all of that is closure. Like, all these other questions I have, what other way do I need to be proved that, yeah, it couldn't work? Yeah, this and this. This is literally the closure. And that's what I realized. I have had my closure. That's it. Chapter closed. Move on. And so that is why I'm literally moving on and saying goodbye to all of that, because I don't have no more questions. I don't need any other kind of closure at this point. It's like, yeah, this happened. Yeah, that happened. Yeah, there was tears. Yeah, there was good moments too. But it's like it ended because of something. Closure to me is reminding myself all the anger, all the tears, all the heartache. And with that, I am at peace with the decision that I made. It does make me sad sometimes. It does make me upset, of course. But on the flip side, I remind myself and I'm like, yeah, there was a reason why it ended. This video was definitely not for me to talk about my past problems. We're obviously leaving that in the past. But I'm going to say how I'm feeling right now mentally. I am still picking myself up. As I said in my other video, I am still not fully okay, but I am taking the steps to be fully okay. And as I said earlier, I'm not going to be 100% the way I was, obviously, but that version of me that I'm going to be, that's who I am meant to be. And that woman is strong and she's a badass, and I can't wait to reach there. I'm obviously in the journey of reaching there. But as I always say, I always tell this to my friends, and I always say it out loud, obviously. I always say that to be mentally healed or to be healed in general, it's not a destination, it's a journey. It's all the steps you're willing to take to get there. And it's amazing and it's beautiful to see how you just picked yourself up and you're ready to continue running this race. Like, the journey is beautiful. It gets hard sometimes, obviously. It will get hard. It does get hard. But it's also amazing on the flip side. And I am finding myself, as I said, it broke me. It changed me. I am finding myself, figuring myself out again, forgiving myself for everything that I allowed myself to go through or everything I allowed in the past. Like, I'm just forgiving myself. I'm choosing to forgive myself. It's a journey, but we're gonna get there. Yeah, and in the finding myself, I am learning to love myself. Self-love is very important because I feel like if I had it like more, I would not allow some things to happen to me. But it was probably shaky at that moment, and that's why I let a lot of things happen and affect me very badly. I might feel like I failed myself sometimes, and I might feel like, where was your self-love at that time, girl? But it's like, irrespective of where it was at that time, it is here now, and it is gonna continue to be stronger and strongest. And obviously, I'm going to share a video with you guys on about self-love on its own, because self-love is such a journey. Also, again, every single thing is a journey. And there's no like a literal destination. Oh, I'm now fully, loving myself and whatnot. Everything is a journey, but we're gonna get there. We're all gonna get there. And there is a lot of things I mentioned in this video that I am obviously gonna like upload a video talking about on its own in the future, inshallah, because as I said, I learned a lot, and I am here to share with you guys every single thing that I learned, not just for you but for me also, because I need to sit down with myself and ask myself, what have you learned? What are you going to do differently in the future about this and this and this? And obviously, in as much as we as humans like to point fingers, I am also at fault with some of the things that went down, with some of the things that happened to me. So it's also looking internally and seeing where you need to correct yourself and correcting yourself and moving on past that and forgiving yourself for that mistake or whatever it is, because we also have mistakes of our own, regardless of whether people hurt you, people broke you, people changed you, people did this, someone did that. Like, you have your own role to play. You are also at fault one way or another, even if it's not directly, even if it's indirectly. You're also to blame, and you have to also look internally and see what you need to change in yourself so you become a better person in the future. So, this video, I don't know if it was all over the place for you guys, but I feel like it was all over the place for me, because for real, it wasn't for me to talk about the toxicity in my relationship or whatever, but it was just to tell myself that now it is time to move on, and to tell you that whatever you have gone through, it is now time to move on and leave it all there and forgive yourself and go with the lessons. Probably repeated that a million times in this video, but that is the whole point of this video. And love yourself and just thrive within yourself and find yourself. If you've reached here, it really, really, really means a lot, obviously. Thank you so much for watching this video. See you guys next week. If next week is going to be New Year, I'm not really sure when I'm uploading this. But, I mean, this is the last month of the year, so let us thrive. Let us move on. Let us move past whatever it is that has broken us this year. And let us start picking ourselves up. Even if 2022 hasn't reached yet, let us start picking the pieces and connecting them to form something more beautiful. So see you guys next week. Bye.